Alright, so if you pay attention, you realize there's some kind of a sudden flip between this. Yeah, it is not really going to be showing up that much. Whenever there's a flip like this, it's going to be in a fast transition, so we're not really going to see that much. We can easily tweak it a little bit to make it look as close as possible, but it's not really that necessary. So we can leave it like that. So now we have, let me just take this out. I don't think we need it in it. Let me just, I think I'll set a keyframe here. So make sure I don't have any motion frames. So now this is what we have. So this marker helps us to know that our turnaround ends here. So now we actually have a character that ends around, right? I think we need to bring our lower torso, but yeah. All right. Oh, that's the last one. It's not really necessary because I'm not going to use that for anything. Alright, so now that we have this, all we need to do is create our sliders for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a composite where this is going to, all my sliders are going to be hosted. So the character is Kiko, right? So we have Kiko, master, controllers. So I'm gonna make it pass through right there. I'm gonna plug it. And where does this go to? There's no need for that. I don't know what created that. Alright, so what is it? I think these things are too far from each other, so let me bring it down a bit. Same as you, so all of you come down. Yes, because I need to plug this master controller right here. Alright, so let us create the sliders. We are going to be creating sliders for this. So if you look at your tool properties here, or toolbox here, if you can't find your master controller, all you have to do is just right click here and just make sure you check on the master controller. So we need to make a selection, right? That's why it's best that you put them in the group. So just hold down the alternate key and click and drag to select the group. Then we'll click on this slider icon, right? So it has already added them, but let us, just to be sure, we're going to add all the selected nodes, right? So as we set our poses earlier, we know our poses start from 1 and end at 10, not 11. 11 was just something to help us restrict any movement. So I'm going to tell it to start from 1, which is frame 1, and end at 10. And I'm going to uncheck this because I don't need any tweening because we didn't build this character with that in mind. And I need it horizontal. I don't need the direction inverted. So this is a full body pose, right? So I'm going to name it Kiko full body. Oh, full body. Yep. So we just click on create and it's going to ask you which composite you want it attached to. We're going to select the composite that we just created. Okay. It's going to open up. I think this for test. So what I usually like to do is I create a new folder. So let us name it Kiko Master Controllers. Right? It helps. Yeah. So I open it and I'm going to save it right there. So once I click on save, you realize it is here. So let us test it out. So in order to test it out, we're going to go somewhere that we've not recorded anything. As you know, we recorded these places for the lips. We're gonna go somewhere we've not recorded anything. Just pick a position. Just copy one of the frames places here. And I'm just gonna rotate this. And as you can see, once I rotate, everything seems to be okay. The master controller is definitely not going to be perfect. If you want it to be perfect, you will have to do a long video on that, to do a lot of fixes and a lot of interpolation and tuning. So most of these things you fix them in when you are doing the animation, right? But this helps with that. So now that we have this, we know our master controller works, right? So I don't want my master controller right here. It's just bothering me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select my master controller, Control P to pick a peg for it. I'm going to make sure I'm turning off my animation because I want to move that master controller. By selecting the peg here, I'm going to click and drag and put it somewhere else. So we have this for our um, full body. So what if, let me put this up. Just make sure you're not doing any animation on this. Alright, so I think I want you up here. So let's say you are done with that. Let's say you're done with that and you don't want a slider for the whole body. Let's say you want a slider for maybe just the upper part of the body. You're gonna go do the same process, right? So you're gonna go inside. Let's say I'm doing it for the upper part of the body. I'm just gonna make sure I select everything that's connected to the upper part. So hold down the alternate key. I'm going to select everything that comes with the upper part. Make sure everything is selected. My playhead is on 1. Come to my slider wizard. I add Bishop added every selection. Make sure it's on 1 and 10. So let us make it upper torso. Alright. So I'm gonna create. I'm gonna link it to the master controller comp that we created. Put it right here. Then we test it out. So we'll master way of messing things up. Everything. Alright, so it works. So we can do the same for the lower body. So just as we did, gonna select everything that comes with the lower body. Why are you turned off? Oh, place details. I don't need that. So just as we did, I'm gonna make sure everything is selected. A playhead, I need to actually. So 1 and 10. So this will be the lower body. I'll create it. Alright, so I'm gonna create that, put it on the master comp. Make sure. Okay. Now we have that one for the lower body. Right. First of all, let me move this out. Let me just give them pegs so I can move them out. Take my animation off. So I can move them out. So you can just arrange them. So I think the lower body has to come beneath the upper body. Yep. So the lower body works. And as I said, your rig might not be perfect because if you want it to be perfect, you really have to pay attention to the morphing and everything. So let's assume you have this. Once you are animated, you just have to know that this has to pop back in. You just have to select that part, right? Press on the reset and it pops back in. Alright, so we have sliders for every one of them. Alright, so you can even create a slider for the lips, right? So assuming this is what we have for the lips, and I want to create sliders for that. Let me arrange this thing properly. Okay, so these are all so control it. So assuming you want to create sliders for the lips, I go into where my lips are. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, so these are all my lip details. So I'm going to select everything that has to do with my lips to my slider. Which have selected everything. And as we know, the lips recording start from 14 and end at 40. 14 to 40. Now, let me name them lips, and I'm gonna put them on. Now, a second. Well, I just it right here. I think it's created just as we did. I'm gonna create right for this, and this thing also I can move. And why is it moving? Yep. I don't know if I should move it. I have everything. Alright, so that's basically it. So from there, you can even create sliders for any part, right? So one thing is, one thing you need to know is whenever you open up your file or your work, you might have your, assuming these are master controllers, they might not be showing, but they are there, alright. All you have to do is just select them, come to your camera um, tab, and just make sure you show all controls, and they're going to pop. You can change the color by going in this. Maybe you want to change the frame color so that you can differentiate between this and that. So it's all up to you. That's your own preference. So now that you have this, now that we have this, I'm going to create backdrops for this. So I'm going to create a backdrop for you, which is, so this backdrop is for my controllers. That's it. Now I want to add everything into one group. So I'm going to bring it down here. I'm going to group, going to bring everything together. I'm going to group it. So now this contains, I think I can put in a composite for that. So now this contains everything. Alright, so now this contains everything I need, so I can name it, let's say, Kiko. Right, okay. So now we have our character set, right? We have it in this folder. So assuming you want to use it in another scene, you're just going to have to, alright, so that'll be the last video we make. Alright.